Hello everyone, welcome back to a new tutorial. In this tutorial, I found out a certain timing that helps me to make non-lethal, very easy Fatman much more consistent. And maybe this trick will help you as well. The key aspect about non-lethal Fatman on very easy, of course, is that we can one-cycle Fatman jumping past his iframes and hence give him more damage than we could normally do. For that, we have to keep a steady rhythm and a very precise timing. However, at least for me, I think I found a setup that makes it very reliable if I do it good enough. And the order of execution is easy enough to understand that if you ever want to attempt a non-lethal Fatman attempt like this, maybe this will help you as well to find the right timing. So I want you to take a look at this. Initially, we just need to PBK Fatman so he falls over. In this instance here, I waited to hear his third dash. As you can hear, he goes like shh, shh, shh. And after the third time, when basically there would be a fourth time, so 1, 2, 3, and 4, on that fourth, that doesn't sound, but you can count, that's when I start the PBK. Just mash B in this instance or circle on the PlayStation gamepad. Once he falls over, I get ready and hold L1 and R1, or the two bumpers of course, and square on PlayStation button, or of course X on Xbox. I will usually just say the PlayStation inputs, so stay with me, you see on the screen inputs what the Xbox inputs are. So after he gets fallen over, I'm just gonna go here, and thanks to L1 and R1 together, we will automatically aim on his head, as we can see here. When I see that red dot on his head, that's when you know you can let go of X. Right, as you can see, I'm holding X the whole time here. Or square, of course, on PlayStation. And I'll let go. And the key aspect, I think that makes it way more consistent for me is letting go of X first. So my thumb goes up from the button. And just a few frames later, I let go of R1, or in this case, the right bumper. What I tried to do earlier, when I just tested around us, I always let go of the attack key and the first person key together. And I found out that my rhythm is way more steady if I first let go of my thumbstick from the attack key, or the X or square button, and then let go of first person view with the right bumper or R1. This little change in behavior actually made it way more consistent for me to keep the steady rhythm that apparently works very well with the game. So after you let go of your first shot, and of course let go of FPV, you have to double tap R2 or the right trigger. As you can see here, we need to reload. There we go. And then I go back again, pressing X or square and first person view, so R1 or right bumper. And the same thing happens here again. I go into first person with the camera. You basically see the red dot is on his head. I let go of square or X. And a few frames later, I let go of R1 or right bumper. And then it's just basically repeating it. Double tapping R2, tip tip, go back again here. And if you do this often enough, at least personally I think, after you did this a couple of times, you get a feeling for when the camera has been fully zoomed in and is done zooming in, right? So see this again. And that's the fight. And personally, for me, keeping that timing consistent and just making this whole trick work is more reliable when I let go of X first, or square, and then let go of FPV with right bumper or R1. We can see this in a few reattempts that I did here. Just back to back, resetting with the trainer. So here's another attempt, I go over. There you go. Zap, zap, zap. And I think this is something I've just not seen before with that explanation. Letting go of X first and letting go of R1 makes it way more easy to keep the timing. And then it's just coming down to practicing the rhythm of it all together. X, right bumper, and then double tap the right trigger. You can keep holding L1 the entire time, and you don't need to adjust your aim at all. And I should explain, for this initial setup, you want to actually look at a certain spot on the floor. So when you go over here, you want to check out this dot. This is where I want to put Raiden's head. Just the right distance. And as I explained before, you hear the 3 dashes from Fatman, and on the 4th one that would be there, you can count along. 1, 2, 3, 4. On 4, I start mashing B or circle to do my punch, punch, kick combination. And with that kick, then Fatman falls over and usually lands around here. And yeah, just repeat the cycle. Let go of X first, and then R1, or right bumper, and then double tap of trigger and repeat. You basically know that I can let go of X when the camera has been fully zoomed in to Fatman. The camera basically doesn't change anymore. That aspect may take some time, but I found there's a certain variance here. You've seen here in this failure attempt, I did it only 3 times, and he got away, but when I consider that to a year ago when I actually attempted this trick in full game runs, even here you can see, yeah, I missed the last shot, but if the first 3 landed and then the 4th one misses, there's a long time I have to do the 4th one because his iframes are still opening. In this instance, once again, we have a mistake here where I only hit 3 times. And there we go back again here, just 1, 2, 3. Too slow on that attempt. We've seen that the second shot didn't go out in time. So it's still a very precise timing, but maybe with this explanation of letting go of X first and then R1 or right bumper and then just reloading. Maybe that will help you find your timing as well to make this trick more reliable and not only get, of course, a better IL time, but also a better full game runtime or plant time when you attempt it in your speedruns. Alright, I hope this helps. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in another tutorial. Bye-bye. Ah, that was a failure.